Hey everyone, and this video, as well as all my other reviews, are going to look a little bit different from here going on. You may or may not know this, but this coming year will be hopefully my last year in university, and I will also be working a part-time job and volunteering for things here and there. And all that really just means is that I won't have as much time to work on YouTube as I have had this past year and a half. I've loved it. I've gained 400 subscribers in the past year, which is a lot. It's 400 individual people that thought my content was worth subscribing to, and I cannot be more grateful, and I hope it just keeps growing from there. I appreciate all the comments, whether it's just your own opinion or you commenting on my video and my thoughts. I just really appreciate any sort of support, even the likes or just taking a couple minutes to watch here and there. That being said, I still want to do YouTube. It just means my videos won't look the same. This will probably be a little bit more relaxing for the rest of the year, hopefully, and it's just going to be me talking like this and talking and putting a figure right here where you can see it, and it'll all be a little bit more relaxed and it'll be easier for me to edit. So I don't want to waste your time much more, but I did want to let you know that, and this is the first review for all the Nendoroids that have come out in 2021. So let's get into it. And today we're taking a look at Nendoroid 1430, Nendoroid Dabi from the series My Hero Academia, and I love My Hero Academia. Have a whole playlist, go check it out if you want to. And the box isn't anything special. I mean, there are appropriate colors chosen for the character, purple and blue, just like him, but really nothing too special. What do you want me to say? It's just a box. And taking a look at the first tray, and he doesn't come with too much. That's what it looks like at first. He does come with this little baggie with a little bit more accessories, but yeah, not that much. They do look flashy though, so that is something we'll get into. Alright, so first impressions of this guy, and he looks exactly like Dabi. I think the translation of the character here works really well. Now, this character looks pretty cool, so that does have a lot to do with how the Nendoroid looks, but apart from that, I think the execution here is done pretty well. I like the sculpt of the shirt and the edgy edgelord jacket that's all torn up behind here. I love his burn marks, which, you know, they look pretty cute, but also kind of disturbing. His eyes do pop. His hair isn't shaded in any which way, but it does look nice. It's sculpted nice. And the only weird thing I would say is how big his boots are. I mean, you know what they say about guys with big feet, but, well, let's not talk about that. But overall, I am liking how this figure looks. First impressions. I think the key details I like are these shiny metal cuffs for his sleeves. That's very, very edgy, and his his ear cuffs and all these little piercings, all this little sculpt, all this little printed detail on his face. Speaking of his face, and this looks again really cool because of the character. It's printed on well. There's a little bit of distress here when I put the hair on. It looks like it's leaving a little bit of a mark, but the eyes are beautiful, and well, no spoilers, but they do look like pretty striking eyes, don't they? I love these little piercings right here on his nose. And yeah, let's get into the other one. And his second expression is that of a smirk, and he looks like an asshole, 100%. This guy, I want to punch his face. So I guess that means the expression did its job. I do like how his teeth are printed, where there's a little bit of a line from each side, but not all the way through. It kind of gives the illusion of the grin. It's not too expressive. Comparing it to the first one, the eyes look similar, but I think these ones are slanted in a little bit further, so there's something. And let's move on to the next face. Alright, his third and final faceplate has to be the best. I mean, just look at it. This is so full of expression and life, and I can tell that a lot of care was put into how this looks on an Nendoroid. It looks scary, it looks creepy, all while kind of fitting in with this nice aesthetic he has going on. I do consider this the past never forgets face. Manga readers, you know what I'm talking about. But it is how he looks in Season 3, I believe. I think this figure is based on how he looks in Season 3, at least. And this face truly is creepy. I mean, he does kind of fit the whole My Chemical Romance vibes, but it is pretty terrifying. So, needless to say, I think they've done a great job with this third faceplate, and I think it is my favorite. And before we get to his accessories, let's talk about his articulation, and it's really standard 90-degree bends and arms that can swivel all the way around. Head obviously rotates and looks up and down, but it gets a little strange when we get down low. Pause. There is no articulation in his legs, which we'll get to later. His waist is articulated, as well as if we turn back here, we can see his torn up jacket can hinge and swivel. And this is all so you can create some dramatic walking poses, as you can see here. Looks nice. Okay, so when talking about other hands that he comes with, and apart from those open, splayed out hands he comes with these nice hands that are in his pockets, and they aren't actually. You can see here, they're these weird little fake pockets that you can rest on his hips, and I do really like this pose. I mean, there's a lot of swagger in this pose. He's really cool. I like that you can you can sort of arch his back in a way that makes him look like he doesn't really care, and this articulation really helps with all of these looks. Oh my god, there's a little tiny pocket back there. That's so cute. I just realized that. Alright, anyway. Yeah, this is a cool pose, and I hope you like it, and I hope you can see how these hands are supposed to work. So, there we go. Alright, in his last pair of hands, we could say he comes with a right hand with this little flame effect in it, like he's about to let out a big flame wall, and he comes with this hand, which looks kind of broken in this pose. Hold up. It's easier to see here, but it is a left hand with this little blue flame that's whooshing across his arm. Here's a better look at it, I guess. It's kind of hard to pose with. I do like it quite a bit. I like the motion of it. It's very dynamic in nature, but it's hard to get a real cool pose out of it. There's something, I guess. And to make this a little bit more dynamic than it is, he comes with a bent leg, and I believe this is for his left leg, but you could probably use them for either which one. So with the bent leg on, you get a little bit more action with it. It's not that great, if I'm being honest. I think I would have rather had two of these legs, or maybe one with his ankle a little tilted, so I can spread out his legs to make it kind of make my own pose, but it is there. It does work how it's supposed to, but I just wish it was done a little differently. These little flame effects can also come out of the hand, so that's something to note. And so he comes with 3 pairs of hands, but he also comes with this right extra hand with a little Mr. Compress orb in it. And like I said, this is supposed to be his look from Season 3 when he traps maybe Bakugo's in there or someone. And it's a nice little accessory. It's like a little tiny thing that is from the show that now that you have it in Nendoroid form, you can sort of recreate that scene with Deku or the other classmates. And so I do really like this. They didn't have to do this, and I can't really think of hands that I would have rather had. So yeah, this is great by my books. His other accessories include this blue flame wall, which looks similar to the Roy Mustang flame wall. It is different. I did check. The sculpts are different. And I love effects like these. They can just go around the figure, and it creates a kind of vibe about them without being super distracting, super eye-catching. It just kind of complements the figures well because of their size. Yeah, I quite like this. The painting on this is pretty cool. It goes from this kind of matte blue to this translucent dark blue, so another cool accessory. And his last accessory is this Foosh onomatopoeia piece. As you can see here, there's a little plug-in for the clear stand, and it looks nice. I like that it has a black lining all across the words instead of the bright hero ones. So I appreciate that. It says Foosh, which I guess the style and the style of the font, it kind of looks like fire that is beginning to erupt. So it's a nice little detail that all the My Hero Nendoroids come with, but I probably won't use it when I display it. Alright, so at the end of the day, I really love this Nendoroid. Now, I will admit he doesn't come with that many accessories, but the translation of the character, the essence of the character is definitely captured within this Nendoroid, and I don't think that can be overlooked in any way. So I don't rate my figures or anything like that, but I will say that I really like it for what it is. If you're paying aftermarket prices for this, I wouldn't. I don't think he's worth that much, but for retail, I think he's pretty sweet. And he's a great addition for the My Hero cast list. So those are my thoughts. If you like this video, make sure to give it a like, comment, or subscribe. It really helps out with the channel. Stay tuned for more content. And with that, I will see you in the next one. Peace.